this? I don't understand. What is this? It's broken. The TV is broken. I don't know what to do. Oh, well.
Now it's time for the Has-Been Corner.
Okay, on this week's Has-Been Corner, we have...
And these bitches love to talk a lot. Pull out the Porsche, out the car garage. And I never had a job. I'm high as fuck. Took a trip to Mars.
Sit down, relax, and listen to a rant about Zebraman. God, I love this film. Shit. Let's start at the very beginning. A very good place to start. Sit down, children. Let me tell you a little story about Zebraman. Zebraman is a story about, Zebraman is a story about a third grade teacher who's having a midlife crisis, cosplaying as his favorite childhood TV show hero, which is Zebraman. And he felt alone in this, and he started to try to find reasons besides his own demise, his own craziness, his own delusions, to indulge in this, touching your inner nerd, and you're like, is that gonna be me? Is that me currently? Oh God!
Maintaining our illusions requires a massive amount of time and energy, and often diverts our attention to vain pursuits.
And I hope that is the moral of Zebraman, that anything goes, and you have to believe in your dreams, or they won't come true. It opens up with a news report about alien seals are reported from the Yachi world. They're non-human life forms, but other non-human life forms are suspected to be around there. Now we are introduced to our two main copy dudes, and we'll just call them Men in Black from now on, because that's how useful they are. But one of them has crabs. You're kind of wondering, is this a statement on news in general? Like, is it sensationalized? Is it not covering what it needs to cover? Because we open up in a spa house. Like, spa houses are heavily featured in this film, and are technically one of the major plot points. And you're starting to wonder, like, is this important? No. Half of the information you're given in this film is completely and utterly just to distract you and give you subtextual meanings to be like, hey, this is a real world. It has news, which I really do like. Now, we meet our sensei, who is watching a Power Ranger fighting the... I don't know the special spooky name for it, but you kind of recognize them from the ring. And Sensei, he's been making his Zebraman costume. And yeah. Now we're introduced to the aliens, and they're in something that looks like a gymnasium. Now the next thing we know is we are introduced to the family who's watching the news. The news is telling us about a phantom killer who wears a suit and wears a crab mask. And this motherfucker, he has 20 meter, 20 inch, 20 millimeter, I don't know, but it says number 20, but those are the size of his scissors that he uses to cut up women in their clothes, I guess. Man, here's the thing. We are shown the school life of Sensei's son, who is obviously being bullied, being the teacher's legit child. This helps emphasize that Sensei has no control over the family matters, including his daughter, who is technically leaving for the man. I mean, there's a guy out there who likes to rape and kill the women, and he's not gonna have it. He's gonna sit there, put his foot down, and be like, "Hey, you're not going anywhere." But next thing you know, you see little Miss Mom come on in the house, give her a nice big 20, and say, "Have a good time, little one." This sends Sensei into a whirlwind of morose and depression. So he goes into his room and moans about his kids growing up. So you know what he does? He does the adult thing, and he starts to cosplay as his favorite childhood superhero, Zebraman. He's making it from scratch. He doesn't really know what size his body is, but he's realizing that he needs a lot more breathing room and flexibility to pull off all these superhero moves, like the zebra screw punch and the back kick.
But there's many, many layers to the Zebraman film, and when we get to the point to where we see that he's willing to accept that his wife doesn't love him, his daughter is promiscuous with elodious and perverted men, and his son really doesn't want anything to do with him.
Last main characters, I believe, well, two of the last main characters we need to be introduced to, who is Asano's son and his mother. We are told introvertly later, but technically won't fit in to my synopsis now. So I'll just tell you now, but you have to pretend you don't know, okay? Now, Asano's father, he's a doctor, and Asano's mother is a nurse, and they work in a hospital, right? And the father, he loses a patient. Well, his colleague loses a patient, and he takes all the blame emotionally, and he goes, I'm gonna jump off this roof. And he does. He jumps off the hospital roof, and you know what? Asano goes, I'm not gonna stand for it any longer. And he literally sits in a wheelchair. Literally. This third grade little boy just sits there and goes, my dad's dead. I'm just not gonna walk anymore. I don't have the feeling to walk anymore. I'm just not gonna walk anymore. This is an important plot point for later, but we're just not gonna pay attention to it because technically he's a normal, average boy, just like any other kid, except that he's in a wheelchair. Okay? Okay. We fast forward into the night where we meet up with the daughter, who we show is with her older boyfriend type thing, you know. But the thing is, older boyfriends are completely and utterly normal in this custom, so I'm not going to judge, but I'm only going to judge because he is the Phantom Killer. We are shown this in his, I guess, grab bag. You see his Krabby mask when he's grabbing a nice little trinket to grab her with to get some booty. You know, the normal thing boys do. Now, during this time of when the daughter's getting jiggy, Sensei continues his cosplay adventure. And then, you know what? Well, the next morning, Sensei is drawing Zebraman, and he looks up and he notices Asano is also drawn in the classroom, not paying attention to the lesson, and we get a glimpse. Asano is drawing Zebraman as well. Oh, kindred spirits, kindred spirits. These two are meant to meet up. They're meant to be friends, and that's what happens. They become friends based off of the superhero. Now, here's the thing. During recess, we get more clues about the alien plotline, and we are introduced to the Zebraman character via these doodles. Don't know why, but it happens. This happens in the movie. Anything goes. Now, technically, we learn that the Zebraman TV show takes place in the year 2010, the same year as the plot of the movie. You see where I'm going with this? The Zebraman TV series happens in 2010. An old man teacher dresses up as Zebraman in the year 2010. The Zebraman in the TV show was a third grade teacher. Sensei is a third grade teacher. Am I getting ahead of myself? Because the movie makes it quite clear by now. Here's the thing. This isn't the only thing we get to learn about in this movie. We learn about how the Men in Black are looking for alien thingamabobs, and in their search for thingamabobs, they pretend to be an ice cream truck or something because they're so ridiculous. I don't know. They're like an Echo 6 or something. I don't know. But Sensei is given what I shall call, for the lack of a better term, curfew duty. There we go. And he's teamed up with another teacher to go around and collect up the kiddies so they don't get snatched up and killed by the Phantom Killer. Because, you know, he's a nice, reasonable teacher. Because, you know, nice, reasonable teachers need to save kiddos from perverts who attack without discrimination. But after that, all that is, he gets the bright idea to show his cosplay to Asano, thinking, who else loves Zebraman? Oh, I know. It's that little boy I just met. He loves the Zebraman. I'm going to show him my costume. And halfway there, he realizes, I shouldn't be dressed up as a weirdo, while a weirdo is out killing people. I could lose my job. And he gets all paranoid, and he starts looking for a place to hide. And all of a sudden, when he finds a place to hide, he hears a scream. Oh no, there's a lady in distress. And here's the thing, he needs to save this lady. And you want to know who's attacking the lady? It's the Phantom Killer, the dude dressed up as the Lobster Boy. And, not Lobster, Crab Boy. I know, they're crustaceans. Now, this is Zebraman's first test as a superhero. Can he defeat the bad guy? Of course he can. He has plot armor all over him. Plot armor, plot armor, plot armor, plot armor. Yes, he made it himself, but it's good armor. But you know what? For some reason, Asano is rolling around town. Sensei did a horrible job trying to find children. He stopped, got some food, shoot some girls away, and was like, yeah, I'm calling that a day. I'm going to go dress up as a weirdo. Now we watch the Men in Black do a little bit more alien hunting. Now that they kind of have a ping on the little blippy thing on where the aliens are, and we slowly learn how much jeopardy Japan is in. Now, if only there was a hero. We fast forward, okay, and Asano is showing Sensei a video on his computer, giving Sensei a blast from the past, showing him this 1975 or so footage of Zebraman. It's like 30 seconds, but you know, it's enough.
視聴率が伸びず、7話で打ち切りになって再放送もされていません。しかし、当時の資料はインターネットなどで入手できます。
白黒つけたぜ
I don't understand. Is it modern?
But here's the thing. The aliens are in the school gymnasium, okay? This is an important plot point. This is a plot point we are supposed to be paying attention to, and that's why it has shown us so many times that the aliens are in the gymnasium Sensei works at in school, same place, right under his nose, the bad guys. Sensei becomes smitten with Asano-san's Madre, and the two parents share their broken family stories, and this is where we learn about the father, and we learn about how Sensei feels inadequate as a father, and we blend the reality and fantasy together, and we meet one of my favorite characters, Zebra Nurse. Technically, just the nurse lady, but 10 times hotter.
Holy crap! I mean, that one is a separate awakening in general, Zebra Nurse, and
then we're given a battle montage in general, learning who all his bad guys in, learning that all the villainy is closing in, and that Zebraman has to extinguish all this, you know, from his town. I guess it's just localized because of the aliens or something. Mm-hmm. Now next, we see Asano getting questioned by the Men in Black about the superhero fight he watched in the middle of the night while he wasn't supposed to be there during curfew and all that because, you know, plot. But here's the thing, we follow the Men in Black into a bathhouse where the alien is being tested on.
Because that is, for some reason, the most sanitary place to do experiments on an alien. Yeah, put the alien inside a tiny little canister like in...
And oh my god, this is some weird shit. This is one of the weirdest scenes I've seen, and I don't know what to tell you.
Thing, and then put some electrodes on there, and you put it in the middle of the spy house, and some dude just comes in and helps himself. It's like, what the fuck is going on? It's like he's sitting there bathing himself while an alien's there, and you're like, what am I supposed to think? These people are incompetent. That's what you're supposed to think, because you're watching the two Men in Black, and you're thinking, how incompetent are these guys? Well, one of them gets infected by an alien and ends up the dead.
And we see Sensei's son go on a field trip. But here's the thing. We're distracted by the field trip to learn what the principal is hiding. And the thing is, the principal's not the only one that's hiding something. It's also Sensei, who gets weird bedhead whenever he gets spidey senses. Well, zebra senses, I guess we should call them for lack of infringement. But okay, he has to do some Zebraman things and save his kid from tarnishing an eggplant stand. Because for some reason, in order to start your world domination plans, you need to demolish an eggplant stand. Don't know why, but apparently that's like the first priority of aliens. 1, kidnap children and their bodies. 2, destroy eggplants. Don't know why. Aubergines are overrated. We get Zebraman to save his son. He takes his son into a graveyard type thing, screams the alien out of him, I guess, with his magical breath of love. I don't know, plot armor. And our first person learns Sensei's secret identity. The one Sensei screamed out of his son isn't the only alien dicking around town now. More aliens are dicking around town because we're shown that the containment of the gymnasium is, no longer a containment. And we're shown that a green baby has been born. That means the aliens are actively procreating now. Is that weird? Or was that just me reading too much into it because there's a green baby?
I don't know. I'm putting 10 pounds of conjecture and guessing and hope that I'm right.
What does Sensei do with his son? Well, he takes him to the only nurse he trusts, and that's at Asano's house. And we get another bonding moment between the two parents, and he opens up about him being a superhero, and we get the second person to know about Sensei's true identity. But the thing is, we're not supposed to tell Asano. Shh. Asano's not supposed to find out, okay? This is all a sidetrack and sideline because the aliens are still rising up. And the thing is, one of the casualties is the principal of the school. Is he important? Probably. Maybe. We'll find out later. But he's killed by the aliens because he's, trying to contain them in the gymnasium. And they're like, yeah, no, please stop. We're going to kill you. And they do. When the principal dies, he leaves a note for Sensei saying, the future is in your hands. Anything goes. Then he leaves a key to his apartment. And Sensei goes straight there. And guess who lives next door? The man in black. And guess who helps him get into the house? The man in black. And there, inside the principal's house, we see the Zebraman scripts. The original scripts. All the episodes that were aired are printed. All the ones that weren't aired were handwritten. And here's the thing. He takes them all and he gives them to Asano. I don't know why, but he does.
So he's starting to put together all these clues and stuff to realize that he is the Zebraman that was foretold in the TV series, and he has to, fulfill his destiny.
At Asano, we eventually learn that the Man in Black is kind of suspicious that, Sensei is Zebraman and Zebraman Sensei, probably because the only child Zebraman worried about during the eggplant excursion was Kaseki. And Kaseki is Sensei's son. So, 2 and 2 equals 1, right? We learn that the aliens crash landed exactly on the school back before the school was being built. And here's the thing. The scripts were made as a warning to everybody. And here's the thing. No one heeded the warning. So here we are, fucking going through it again. Right after we learn about the aliens, we go and follow Sensei on this whirlwind adventure to learn how to fly. Sadly, the Men in Black are stripped to 2 choices. One, neutron bomb supplied courtesy of the United States of America.
Because it's distinctively quoted that George W. Bush is the president of the United States and he helps deliver the nuclear missiles to the Japs. Not in the bad way that Truman did, but in the good way.
Or some wingnut in a zebra costume. Not too bad of choices, but, when you're given a raw deal in Texas Hold'em, you kind of have to deal with it. Unfortunately, Asano is a speed reader and got through all the episodes of Zebraman and realizes Zebraman dies at the end. And he doesn't like that. So he gets all depressed and goes straight to the gymnasium. I don't know why. He just wants to hang out at school. I guess he's that much of a nerd that he needs to hang out at school when he's bored. And here's the thing. He inadvertently becomes a MacGuffin. And that MacGuffin is something for the aliens to fight for and for Zebraman to fight for. Zebraman inadvertently, while beating up the aliens, creates a kaiju made out of aliens, and, they take over the school, and Sensei, kind of tries to get Asano to be like, hey, no, I don't want to be like a bad guy to you, but you guys need to die. So he starts like trying to eat one because, he's drowning, so he's like devouring it, and he gets some of their powers, and he becomes their equal. And the next thing you know, he saves Asano, he gets Asano away from the danger, and next thing you know, Asano is giving him a nice pep speech to teach him that if you believe yourself, if you believe, your dreams can come true. And he stands up. He fucking stands up. Fucking took him all the movie. Took him what? He's in 3rd grade. Don't know when his dad died, but he stands up. He stands up to show that, hey, if I, a little boy who could stand this whole time, then hey, you, Zebraman, a mortal man who just ate an alien, can fly too. You can guess. Good guy wins. Bad guy dies. And the thing is, Sensei is arrested for damages to the city. Because, superheroes should be taken accountable for their vigilante acts when there's damages to the city. And, that's how the movie ends. Zebraman goes to jail. So that's how the movie ends. Why are you still here? Oh, you want to hear my review. You want to hear my ideas about the film. Well,
Not talking. Come on. Typical. He's broken it already. But don't think I'm going to pay for that.
Hang on a minute, what's this? It's a meter. They've got a bloody coin meter on it.